Everybody, how you doing? Thanks for checking out the video. John here from In the Loop Travel, and I'm sailing on Silver Origin. This is Silversea's ship in the Galapagos, and we are near the end of our trip, so I thought I would curate a packing video for you so you know what to bring when you come to the Galapagos with Silversea on Silver Origin. And instead of pretending I knew what would be best before I came on the trip, I actually wanted to sail, and so I could get some of the best tips and tricks for you, some things I wished I had brought, maybe some things I brought that I didn't need, so you can be more prepared when you come on your cruise. Okay, now let's talk about clothes. The biggest part of your packing allotment is going to be for your clothes. And this is a luxury cruise line, but most of the environment on board is casual, and it's an expedition cruise. So you will have sort of a country club casual look on the ship throughout the day. You'll have your shorts and your swim trunks. You're doing your excursions. The only thing you want to be most concerned about is there's a bit of a dress code in the dining room at night. No jeans or shorts. So what you want to do is make sure you pack plenty of layers, stuff you're going to be comfortable with when you're out in the hot sun here at the equator, going ashore. I've got like nice long shirts that keep me covered, protected from sunscreen. This is a Columbia Sportswear shirt. Things like that, athletic shirts as well, and anything that has a nice look and feel and keeps you comfortable mainly is the rule here. Like I say, even dinners are mostly casual with a couple of rules only: no shorts or jeans. So we didn't even see people wearing ties as a rule on board, or jackets for dinner or evening wear. A couple things you're going to want to know is swimsuits. We brought a couple because you're always going to have a wet pair after you get done with some activities, and maybe you want to have a backup pair for going out again in the afternoon, or using on board if you want to use the hot tub. And a big thing you're going to want to consider is getting a couple rash guards as well, so you always have a dry one. Rash guard is a long sort of athletic shirt that keeps you protected from the sun when you're snorkeling or out ashore. I also wear neck gaiters that sort of cover your head and neck area, and these are the neck gaiters. This is what I'm talking about, a sort of a scarf-like material with a hole, and you can just slip them on your head. They're great for when you're snorkeling. You can get a coverage. I'm bald, so it's good to cover the back of my head. Nice face shield for when you're in the Zodiac and you don't want to have the wind blowing in your face as well. They're very versatile. You can wear them in a variety of ways. Those they can become a hats. They're a nice cooling rag when it gets really hot. You can dip them in the ocean and cool off as well. So a couple of those is a good idea. Also very important is to bring some hats with a visor to keep the sun out of your eyes and your forehead from getting sunburned, and some polarized sunglasses. Polarized, I say, because when you're going in Zodiac tours and some Zodiac safaris along the coast, you'll be looking in water, and these help you to see what's below the surface. We use these especially when we were hunting black-tipped sharks and some rays, and we were able to see them more clearly because we had the polarized sunglasses. Now, as far as footwear, I've been getting along with a very limited selection. I've got a couple of pairs of footwear. I didn't even have to bring too many socks because most things don't need socks. These are my Keens. These are good for all-purpose activities ashore. They can get wet. They have a good hiking tread. So these have been sort of the standard for a lot of people on board. And I have a couple slip-on shoes, some flip-flops, and these sort of more dressy shoes. If you do want to work out at the fitness center, you might want to bring your gym shoes or trainers as well. They do provide some Silversea branded slippers as well as bathrobes, so you don't have to concern yourself with sort of those amenities when you're going to the spa. They have that all taken care of for you as well. Now, I will stress that layers are important. It can be very hot, and then it can cool down quickly depending on which side of the island you're on or what time of day it is. It can be windy up top on the decks, the outer decks at night. So light jackets, maybe a light sweater or something that you can take on and off easily and keep you prepared for all sorts of elements as they change. They do offer on board in the cabins rain ponchos as well, so that takes care of whenever there's rainy conditions. If you prefer your own light rain jacket that can double as a windbreaker, that might be something you want to consider bringing. Now, Silversea has thought of a lot, so this can lighten your load. Here are some of the things they do provide for you on your expedition. They give each passenger a backpack to bring ashore, and it's yours to keep, of course, as well as water bottles. There are drinking bottle filling stations around the ship, as well as in your cabin, so that's very conservation friendly, and it's a very nice souvenir, durable bottle. You'll be out all day in the sun, as I say, so you don't have to bring sunscreen because they do provide bottles of reef-safe sun protectant as well for your skin. If you do book a upper end or premium suite, you will have binoculars. Other cabins in the standard category don't have binoculars. What I found is I've not been using our binoculars so much. We actually brought our own, so we end up with 2 pair in our cabin here. But we didn't use it too much because the creatures in the Galapagos are pretty much right in front of you, very tame, and you do not really need to see things from afar, maybe a hawk in the distance or some on some occasions. But other than that, everything's right up close. So the binoculars were not used too much on board. Other toiletries and amenities, they do provide a range of shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and body lotions as well. So unless you have your favorite brand that you just have to have from home, you won't need to pack that as well. It cuts down on the liquids. And they do provide umbrellas in case it does get rainy at times. You are in the water a lot here in the Galapagos, and one of the big activities, we did it almost every single day, was snorkeling. So you might wonder, should I bring my own snorkel equipment? Well, Silversea provides snorkel gear, wetsuits, dry bags, and anything you might need for going ashore doing your snorkel activities. And your snorkel and mask are yours to keep. They've got the fins, the wetsuits, everything to get you outfitted when you're going out for your snorkel adventures. So that is all taken care of as well. Now, I should also mention that they do offer hiking poles when you go ashore for walks, and they are provided as soon as you land from the Zodiacs. They're gathered up at the end of your walk, but you grab them as you get off, and so you have plenty of access to hiking poles, so you won't need to pack your own. They can be quite cumbersome, I know, on your trips. Some of the things that we definitely are happy we brought some games and a pack of cards for some downtime on board when we want to play some games with our friends and family. There aren't very many games on board. I can't say that I've seen any puzzles or games in any of the areas available to use. And of course, everyone on trips like this wants to bring you good camera equipment so you can get plenty of pictures. But a tip that I have is to make sure you bring a hard drive or a computer and make sure you have maybe access to a good cloud service. So when you're taking cell phone pictures, they automatically upload and are saved so you won't lose anything. Each day we come back at the end of the activities, make sure I offload all my footage onto my hard drive so that everything is preserved, and if anything goes wrong technologically with the SD card or something like that corrupts, we will not be heartbroken and lose all of our footage. So that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this little tips and guides to packing for a trip to the Galapagos with Silversea, and we'll see you in the next one.